welcome to today's flow. We are going to do a hip and lower back yoga style stretch today. So grab yourself a mat, grab some water. This is a nice cozy stretch in between our strength sessions that we do in the Lipoedema studio. And I've brought you outside today because it's very, very hot here in the UK for filming. So I thought I'd just bring you for a nice little stretch here in the garden on the yoga mat. Now I haven't added any music to this, so feel free to pause the video and add some music, and then we'll all meet on our back in a comfortable position. Just readjust the shoulders, maybe give the hips a little adjustment, and then take one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly, and just go for a few rounds of conscious breath. Have a little wiggle, see if you could be 10% more comfortable. Have a nice slow inhale, slow exhale as your shoulders start to feel heavy down on the mat. And then just start to compress the lower back into the ground, and then let the knees head over to the right, keep the feet grounded. Just have a nice stretch through the left hip going into the quad, and then take that left arm wherever feels comfortable and breathe into the side body. On your exhale, let the knees come over to the left, and then repeat the same on that right thigh. Bringing the knees back to center, and then just hug the knees in toward you. Maybe lift the head, neck and shoulders if that feels good. Taking the head, neck and shoulders down, and then go again. Just roll into it. Get a lovely back stretch here. And then just start to lengthen the legs straight, take the arms up, and then just circle through the ankles and through the wrists, opening up through the fingers, through the toes. And then hold on to the left leg, let the right leg extend away from you. And then switch. Have a nice stretch out through the leg. Hugging the knee in and switch side. Let the leg extend. Placing both feet down to the ground, open up the arms into a cactus shape. And now from here, we just slowly take the palms down to the side, keeping the back of the arms grounded, working through the shoulders and open up through the chest. We're going to move on to some pumping actions here. So hug the knees, let the legs extend, and then just start to move through the ankles, and then lengthen the arms, move through the wrists, and then just go for a knee bend and then extend. Taking the legs all the way over to a spinal twist with the legs over to the left, straight away coming all the way up, and then taking those knees over to the right. Embrace that nice back stretch, be gentle with the body. Coming back to center with the feet, lift the hips, bring yourself up onto tiptoes, and then nice and slowly take your back all the way back down to the ground. Taking both feet off the floor, hug those knees in towards you. Pumping through the ankles. And then holding onto your right leg as your left leg extends to the ground for a gentle hamstring opener here. Focus back on your breathing. On your exhale, switch legs. And then go for the switch again, just taking hold of the right leg. Option to lift the head, neck and shoulders now. And then switch to your other leg. Bringing the legs up, hug those knees in, and go for some gentle hip circles, round and round, loosen off through the hips. Bringing the feet down to the floor, come all the way up into your bridge. Taking those hips down to the ground, lifting up your left leg, take it into a glute opener. Gently hold the hip opening stretch here. As you ease out of it slightly, open up through the groin area, just waving the leg, and then come back into your stretch, into your glute position. In a moment, we're going to go for a little pretzel shape. So the sole of the foot is going to go over to the side, and you'll see I've just twisted into a spinal twist. If this isn't feeling very good for you, stick to your glute stretch. And then start to unravel, unhook the leg, have a little sway with the knees side to side. Nice deep breath, and then just bring the other leg over to that hip, and then just have a little hip opening stretch here in the glute stretch for our second side. Bringing yourself out, take the foot down to the ground, and then we're going to come back in again for that glute stretch, and you've got the option now for that little pretzel shape where we take the sole of the foot over to the side for a gentle spinal twist, making sure you're keeping the shoulders relaxed. On your next exhale, just start to unravel and then come out of your rotation. And then just do what feels good here, circling out through the ankles, maybe give the legs a shake. We're going to make our way into a happy baby pose. So really get that stretch into the inner part of the groin. Take hold of your feet and just open up your inner thighs to the side. And then slowly bringing the feet down to keep that lovely hip opener stretch here, taking the hands above the head and just see how that feels on your back. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, draw those legs all the way up and go into some spinal twist, nice and quick here, before making your way over onto all fours. Once we're here on all fours, find a position that's comfortable for your feet, and then go for some gentle cat-cows. Nice and slow, pressing the ground away. Maybe a wiggle side to side with the hips, open up through the rib cage. Just doing what feels good for your body. Gently bringing yourself all the way up into our first downward facing dog. Let the head hang heavy. Go for a nice little pumping action through the ankles. Start to wiggle the body. Make sure you're breathing here. Get right into the feet, into the toes, and then we're going to roll the body all the way forward. Option to come down onto your knees if a high plank is no good for you. And then gradually wave the body back into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Do what feels good with that pumping action for the back, for the shoulders. I'm going to roll the body all the way forward again. So go for your high plank, lengthen the spine, maybe wiggle side to side, and again come down to the knees. I tend to do yoga most days, so I'm quite used to the moving through the toes as well, but you make sure you do what's comfortable for your own feet. The connective tissue is all connected around the feet, so just take it steady. Once you've had enough, let's all meet here in child's pose. Maybe a puppy pose is more suitable for you, where the hips are higher. And remember, you can pause this and grab a cushion, place it behind the knees if you need to. And breathe into the back line of the body. Let the lungs expand. And on your exhale, come all the way up, back up to all fours. Bringing the left leg away, taking the foot down, and then just go for some moving calf stretches here. And then we're going to bring the knee up and then take it into some hip circles, a few in each direction. And then we're going to lengthen the leg, take the left leg over to the right side of your mat and have a lovely side opening up from the left armpit all the way down to the ankle. Hold the belly button up and in, so still engaging your core. And then we bring the leg all the way back and then take it round to a low lunge position on the outside of your left hand. Do what feels good, just move through that hip. You don't have to stay static. Start to heel toe the foot to the center line, raising the arms up for a low lunge. And again, if the knee is uncomfortable here, grab a cushion underneath that back knee. Start to open up to a spinal twist on the left. And we're going to move through this position to come up with the torso, lift the chest forward, lengthen the neck, breathe and open. And then as you exhale, let the body come forwards. And we're just going to open up the left arm up to the ceiling. Option now to lift up that right leg. And then we'll do that one more time, bring the hand down, and then we're just going to roll the body all the way forwards, lift the torso all the way up, open up through the chest, lengthen the spine, inhale, swing those arms all the way back, open up for the chest opener. Now I've gone for a quad stretch here on this side. So see if that is accessible for you today. If not, just hold your chest opener. You can add a twist with that leg on the ground, that back foot down, or just hold your quad stretch. And then start to lengthen the body. Let the head come over your left side for your hamstring stretch, and then sway the body forwards, lifting the body all the way up into your pyramid pose. Bringing the back knee down. And then take it all the way back into a downward facing dog. Lift up that left leg to a free leg dog. Circle the ankle. So now I start with a opening up here for the hip stretch. I'm going to bring myself down to a press up now, but feel free to drop the knees and then take the chest all the way down to the ground. Lift the torso up for your upward facing dog. Just do what feels good for you. The hips, lengthen through the front line of the body, bringing the body all the way back up to your downward facing dog, and then roll the body back down to the knees as your option, tucking the toes under, and then we're going to work through that same routine on our right leg. Back to all fours, have a cat-cow to reset the spine. Take an inhale and then start with your hip circles. Couple in each direction. And then we take the leg all the way back for our calf stretch. Work into the toes, into the sole of the foot. And then lift the foot over to the left side of the mat for that lovely side opener from the right armpit down to the hip to the ankle. There might be some clicks and clunks there. And then bring that right leg all the way to the front of your mat and the outside edge of the right hand. Have a little stretch and then bring the leg to center. We're going to lift the arms up for our low lunge position. And then bring the hands down. Breathe and then come all the way up. Go for your low lunge position again. Had a little wobble there, but just open up through the chest. And then as you come down, we're going to let the right arm come up to the side for our side low lunge opener. Option to lift the back knee. Breathe. We're going to bring the arm all the way back down at the back knee. Drop, push to the ground away from you as you come up. Open up, nice and tall with the spine. Open the chest. And then bring it all the way forward. Left hand finds the mat. Option to lift the back knee as we come up for that rotation again. Stay strong for your shoulder. And then start to bring that back knee down. Open up through the chest here. So I've gone straight into the quad stretch on this side, but feel free to open up through that chest opener we did on the other leg. And then if you're going for the quad stretch, hold it and then add your rotation. It is quite an advanced stretch, this one, so be careful with your knee. Slowly let the foot come down and then lengthen into our hamstring stretch, draping the head over the front leg. Make your way forward. We're quite fast paced. And then we're just going to lengthen that leg again. I'm just having a nice hip opener here for my right leg. But then we come all the way back to the floor and then make your way into your free leg dog with the right leg coming up. Open up through that hip of that leg. Breathe. Roll the body forwards. Options: drop the knees down or go straight into your press up position with that right leg extended. Come all the way up into your upward facing dog. Stretch in your down dog. Start to walk the feet all the way forward or to midline of your mat, and then hold a wide leg forward fold, embracing your elbows for a ragdoll, and hold here with the knees nice and bent. Maybe a sway side to side. And then lengthen that spine, roll the spine all the way up to standing. Let the arms open, take a big inhale as we come up. Have a little stretch side to side. And then our last chest opener here, we're going to take the hands behind, push the knuckles away. Option to come back into your forward fold with the chest opener, but understand this might be intense for the shoulders. If not now, let the arms come down and then come into a seated position. Cross leg is an option, or have the soles together and open up through those hips. A little neck roll here before we lengthen our left leg straight, and then we're going to have the right leg bent. Take the left hand over to the right for a nice twist, and then bring yourself all the way round to the other side. Hug the left leg. And then to unravel, bring the body all the way down to the ground nice and gently. Lengthen the legs up, lengthen the arms up, circle through those wrists and ankles, give everything a shake. And then make your way into a spinal twist with the legs going over to one side and then to the other side. Just creating some nice movement here as we finish the session. Maybe you prefer to have the feet down and open up through the hips. Hopefully they feel looser in comparison to 15 minutes ago. And then once you're even both sides, just bring the feet down. Take one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. And focus on some nice deep breaths in and out. Just have a check-in of how the shoulders are feeling, how the hips are feeling. And then when you're ready, lengthen those legs, let the arms come out to the sides with the palms facing up. Just take a few breaths here as we finish today's session. When you are ready, come round to a seated position. Have a shake out through the body, a little roll through the shoulders, maybe a little side stretch. Just start to waken up. Take a big inhale and exhale as we twist round from left to right. And you are all done, everyone. Let me know how you found today's session. I'll see you again here soon.